Hey guys, welcome back to Yoke and Spoke. Today's the Nordest Sardinha review. It's what we've all been waiting for, right? The Bike Packer Dream bike. Shreds the trails, super comfortable, do everything bike. This is it, the steel framed Nordest Sardinha. Enjoy. All right, let's go. So you've seen the build, and now for the ride. Now I'm going to draw on my experience with my other Nordest Sardinha, because I've had it for over a year now, and it's such a great bike. I've done everything with it. I've shredded trails here in Newcastle when I had the configuration of a 120mm fork on the front, 27.5 wheels, 3-inch tyres, and it was awesome. I went bike packing on that same bike, only I changed the tyres to Snappy G1 2.8s just to get it to roll a bit better, and they were fantastic. And then I got rid of the shock, put on the rigid fork, 29 tyres, 2.6 on my current machine. On this one, it's like the 2.4s. To be honest, I can't notice much difference. And I think if I was to choose one tyre, it would be the 2.4 width. 2.5s. .6 on the rear is just a little tight, and they're heavy. You do feel that weight. So back to this machine. It feels so different to mine. Don't understand. Same frame, similar build, but it feels a little zippier. The back end doesn't feel as stiff as mine did. I remember when I first got on mine, I was like, holy moly, that's stiff. That was with the 3-inch tyres. This is really comfortable. It could be the rims as well. I'm running the I-30s with the 2.4, and it works really well. But the first thing you notice when you get on this and take off is it just feels so much fun. This is a fun bike, especially with the rigid forks. It's just changed it. I mean, I love the shocks. But I really love the fork. Especially for the purpose that I use it for, which is mainly bike packing and gravel riding. And for that purpose, this bike is up there. The geometry, that 67-degree head angle, the 74-degree seat angle, the long top tube, 460 reach on this medium large is fantastic. It's so comfortable, and I'm only 5'9", 178, 176 centimetres. I do have long legs, long arms, short body, and that's why I normally prefer shorter reach bikes. So I was a little doubtful about this being the right fit, but it really works. I've always sort of been between a medium and a large, and Nordest have nailed it. Even if you're taller, I'd say like 6 foot, you'd still be fine on this rig, and if you're a little bit shorter, you probably might work too. Snappy, put your foot down, she just instantly responds, that backhand stiff but compliant. It feels relatively light. It's a bit over 13 k's, G's. I'm not sure what that is in pound, maybe 30. So it's not heavy and it's not light. It certainly doesn't feel heavy. When I'm zipping, I'm going up a slight uphill here. And cruising along pretty fast. Feels like I'm almost as fast as my roadie up this hill. But I don't have a speedo on, so I don't know for sure. But guys, if you just want a bike to get out, get into the bike packing scene and comfortable, tough, lots of mounting points, it's got heaps of them. It's like 4 points on the forks each side. It's about 4 under the down tube. You've got your bottle cages. You put racks on the back, which I have in my other one. External dropper, which I had at one point on my other one. The later frames come out in 220 have the internal dropper. That's one of the main differences. Slight, very slight geo change. I think the seat tube was 74.5 degrees versus 74. Gravel bike, if you just want to go on the gravel without all the gear, this is perfect. It's up there with the drop bars, but you've got way more stability on the downhills, better braking, and I think the gear's a lot easier to shift on a flat bar than a drop bar. I've got the inner bar ends, the Q-Lab bars on the other bike, so you've got that hand position, bringing the hands closer, similar to drops, giving you a bit of an aero tuck, and that does make a big difference. But I have to say my hands fare better on this flat bar than the drops. People on phone with the dog. Bad combination. Yeah, not sure what else to say. I've had mine for a year. I'm going to keep it because I love it. I had a Kona Sutra LTD and I sold it to keep this because I had to get rid of a bike that served the same purpose. I've shredded trails, bike packed, just done gravel rides, and this bike is up there. Such a good bike. Nordest is a little boutique company, not a name brand, but that's what's good about these ones. And in actual fact, all the big brands are starting to follow the little brands with their geo charts. Some of the other aspects of this bike that I really love, it corners really well, just rails around bends, and it climbs really well. Back end's pretty short, at around 430, and it gives you that nice snappy climbing ability. Front end doesn't wander too much at all unless you're on a really steep climb, but oh, what bike doesn't? I just did a 20% of them. No sweat. Just happy to go everywhere. Goes everywhere. That's what you want out of a bike pack, a gravel bike, something that can go everywhere, up anything, any terrain, gnarly, smooth, room for fat tyres. So good when you get out of the saddle on this bike, it just responds, it's so stable. Wide bars, 780mm bars. Perfect width. Big downhill now. Alright guys, well that's a short review on this bike. Doesn't show the full potential because I wasn't out in the bush and stuff like that, but I have been, and this bike lives up to everything. Does it tick all the boxes? I think it does. Yeah, it's comfortable. You can ride all day on this thing. Fat tyres, yeah. Geometry, nailed. Relatively lightweight. It is a steel frame, but it's actually pretty good. It's up there with probably lighter than Kona or Unit X and some of the other big name brands, Surly's, but much cheaper. What else? Lots of mounting points. Wow, there's so many. You just, what do you do with them all? But they're there and you can utilise that. Uphill, great. Downhill's awesome. On the flats, fast as. This bike, it's a really good bike, and the bikepacking.com also did a review on this particular bike a few years ago and pretty much said the same thing. Sliding dropout, rear dropouts, that would be handy. Not essential though. And if it was a little bit wider in the rear end, so you could fit any 2.6 tyre, that would be good. Only some 2.6 tyres fit, and they're pretty tight. But, you know, 2.6, 2.4, you know, does it make that much difference? I'm not sure. Maybe in really gnarly conditions, but for general bikepacking conditions, no. Okay guys, so Yoke and Spoke, subscribe, tick. Thanks for being here with me. See you again soon.